the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Lance now on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. Into the secondary, past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From midfield, here's Lance. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Again, it's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll go for it. Lance, they'll buy some time right. And he will take it in for the touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Desperados drive it right down the field to score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Stephon Tuitt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got the hook up here to Caldwell. But he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Come on, fellas.
A big play that time on the catch and run.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense, because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, he'll check this down to Hines. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Now here's Mahomes. Going for it all. And he fires one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked up. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that
one. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Working from the gun, Lance. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
24 is the mic. 24.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
He's got one touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 15-yard line.
Watch the twist. Check 99. Check 99.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On third down, Caldwell. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
6-yard line. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Mike 28. Mike 28. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Sponge. 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 No, no, no.
Now a give right side. It's Caldwell. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Mike, he's coming. He's coming. Check in. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Watch out.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with a flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal.
43! 43! Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On 1st down, Rhodes. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Lance's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Lance now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Rhodes. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, 2nd and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Lance looking to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Woods. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a play fake. Lance. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Shifts by at the 15. A second juke. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal, Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rhodes. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Rolling to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Trey Lance, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Desperados go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. He'll look downfield for Waller. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete here to Waller. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Hello! Here we go. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Everyone's got 4. 4 down. Check. 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 15. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he'll go down at the 28.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. It's been a long day for you.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 3, check 3. Jam. Yellow. Jam. Kill. Alert flare. Come on, baby.
On 2nd down now, it's Caldwell. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
All day, baby, all day. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Slam.
Now a give, right side. Hines, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simple.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Here you go, D. Get off the field. 24 is the mark. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
From the gun, it's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Lance. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Austin.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Play action. Now it's Lance. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
Gay's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And down to the 36-yard line here. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Mahomes quickly complete out wide. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Escaping the pressure right. And powering through at the 35. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down.
Well, it's not going to be a 1st down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the 1st down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Good job.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On play action, Lance. He finds his man complete. It's Rhodes.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Lance now on 1st down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And it's going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Flushed out right. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Check.
On first down, Sweet. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Sweet.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From midfield, here's Lance. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Colts pick it up. There he goes, left side. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold it, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's top. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now again, right side. It's Caldwell, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Colts on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Lance now on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Rhodes. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Here's Lance. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
They'll run on first down. Caldwell. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Caldwell, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Let's get it right now.
On second down, it's Hines. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
First and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On first and 10, here's Lance. And his throw here is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw caught by Tony. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, he played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high. Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. The 30. Past the 20. 10. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games, you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Bulldozes past him, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Hey, check my time. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Now a give, right side. It's Caldwell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But he has been a workhorse for them in this game. And ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
Hey, look.
Sunday.
They'll try the left side. Caldwell. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Switch.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Caldwell. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better.